How's it going, Rogues Gallery, and welcome to another Gundam card game video here on Red Zone Rogue. Today, we got a lot of news to talk about, which is so nice. As we wait for the game to come out in a few months, just getting this slow trickle of news is just enough to keep us waiting with bated breath. So let's go ahead and jump into the overlay and not waste any time here. All right, so let's just break it down. So all this news, for the most part, was dished out during their first Link Station stream report, and there's a lot of things to go over here, so let's go over, including changes from the beta. We have the confirmation of the purple color, so the fifth official color. We have green, blue, and white for the beta kit. We have red that we already know about. Now we know about purple, as well as some spoiler cards and a bunch of other stuff. Products, sleeves. We have so much to talk about. So, let me make sure I can see both of these things properly. Okay, so they did some small changes in terms of like just overlay, not overlay, but UI design, I guess you could say, from the beta version to the actual retail release. And you can see here, even though it's in mostly Japanese, it does have English bits. So it says AP and HP text color revised. So they basically swapped it from the beta version, which was blue. They swapped it to be white just for clarity's sake, as well as they added link condition text and increased text size just in general for readability. So just some small things here, but it actually makes it kind of cool for people who own beta cards. So you can actually have like tangible differences between like your beta version and then like the actual retail release, even if it's small, like just the color of the attack and health, right? I think it's kind of cool. Also, I like how they're taking in feedback by this. This is one of the things I really wanted to mention at this point in particular, and that is like just the fact that they are taking in the feedback that people are making, which really gives me a lot of hope that we're not going to have production issues when the set launches. If they're listening to this feedback, hopefully they'll be listening to the other feedback that everyone is addressing, at least from the English side, about the concerns about having product scarcity and all that kind of stuff going into it. So we'll see how things go, but that's definitely a hope here. Here you can see some more changes between the edition beta and the official release version. For the most part, they look almost identical. In fact, I'm having a hard time finding the difference. Oh, it says pilot design is now unified for pilot and command cards. Okay, I gotcha. So it just says command, pilot. Edition beta, pilot. Okay, sure. They're just unifying the types, I guess. Pilot design is now unified for command and pilot cards. Okay, it's minor, like once in minor changes here. And then easier to see when linking. Oh, this is when you put the pilot underneath. Okay, I gotcha. This is when you put the pilot underneath the card. I see. So it's easier to see who's piloting it, right? Which I think is pretty cool. So you can see like Amuro's head here, and then here you can see. I think this is still. Oh my god. I forgot his name. I forgot his name. It'll come to me later. He's like one of the main characters. In fact, he's in like Zeta. He's in a lot of Gundam shows, but why can't I remember his name? I'll think about it later. Brain axe just not working, just not functioning. Anyway, so yeah, okay, sure. So we have some more minor changes here. We also have clarification of breach text. So they just kind of updated the breach text. They didn't functionally change it. They just updated the wording on it a little bit to make it more clear about what it does. So, yeah. It features reminder text to improve clarity. Cool. I'm down for that. All right. So, we also now have the when linked icon. So, it has a new icon for when it's linked. Once again, cool. So, the English version now just says when linked as opposed to when paired. If it's a link, it just says when linked. So just more clarity, right? Which I think is also very good. This one, they added a little thing that just says during link. This one just says the unit gets +1/+1 while linked. So they just added like just a little box to show like an icon during Link, which I think is good. I think this is actually just easy change, makes it, you know, easier to tell on the card what it does. Okay, now we have some cool stuff. So we have some official sleeves that have been announced. So first of all, I really want the Overflowing Affection sleeves. I think it's my favorite card from the beta. So yes, please give me the Overflowing Affection sleeves. We also have Sharazaku 2 sleeves and the RX-78-2 Gundam sleeves, as well as the Gundam sleeves logo. Price is great. $7 or eight bucks, right? So 880 yen or 7.99 USD. Really, really nice. Less than $10 for some sleeves is really, really good. So yeah, we're getting the merch right off the bat. We also have this, which I think is super, super cool. Oh, I'm really stoked for this as well. This is the official card case set number 1. And so what this is it's a deck box, basically. So you get a deck box. They're calling it a deck case, but it's a deck box that comes with 2 promo cards as well and a separator. And so this is going to be $12 for a deck box and 2 promo cards. So you get the Lacus Klein EX resource, and you get the Strike Gundam EX base. So you get an EX resource and an EX base. So for the people who are just kind of like clamoring to spend as much money as they can for this kind of stuff, yo, just hold your horses, right? They're going to be releasing more promos, and this is going to be set 1. They might have more for future booster sets too, to have like more variety. So I think this is really cool and gives players a way to get beautiful promos like this. I very much want this EX resource. So I was actually considering ponying up a bunch for the Gundam Wing EX resource, but I like this one too. So yeah, very cool. We also have official damage counter dice. So they're making official dice. Like, we already have the dice from the beta kits, but if you weren't able to get that, like, I mean, I have a couple sets because I was buying the Japanese beta kits for the dice. But you can get a set of dice, so 6 dice for $15. It's kind of a lot, but if you want the official branded dice, hey, you can have this, and it looks like it comes in like this cool tin, which is also pretty cool. So you got some dice storage count. I might buy one of these just for like the storage tin, yo. Released on July 11th. I should also mention that I think these are all July 11th. So all the products, all of like the accessories, they're all coming out same time, dude. We also have another resource card reveal. So it's a promo resource of Kira and the Strike Gundam. So this is not an EX resource, it's just a regular resource. And it says, we don't know how to obtain this yet. So basically this will probably be like a tournament promo or some sort of event promo kind of deal. And then they're also releasing a teaching app, which I think is fascinating. So they're going to be releasing a Gundam card game app to teach you how to play, which is just so smart and so cool, and I love it. So this is great. So if you just want to know how to play, learn how to play, hey, they're going to be releasing a teaching app soon, which I think is awesome. Now, here's one of the big ones. So I think I'm gonna have to turn this down. Yeah, I have it muted. Cool. I don't want to get content ID'd on this, but they have announced that Iron-Blooded Orphans is getting I think it's a starter deck, but it's also introducing the new purple color. So not to spoil it too much, but they're introducing the new purple color. And this is starter deck 5. This is the starter deck that we didn't know about, right? Because we had information about 6, which was going to be the G Quarks one. Now we know that 5 is going to be IBO, which is super cool. I know there's a lot of IBO fans out there. And so, yeah. And they're releasing it like sooner than I thought. I figured IBO would be a little bit later down the road, but yo, we're getting IBO like very, 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 very soon, which is very cool. Yo, it looks sick. And there you go, Barbados, 4th form, purple color. We don't know what it does. We don't have any information about what the card actually does. But we do know it's purple, and it's Barbados. Yeah. Sweet. So yeah, very, very cool. And then we also have a collaboration with Perfume, which is a musical group. I was gonna call them an organization. No, they're a musical group. I know some friends of mine who are very much into Perfume. I personally Not really my thing though. I haven't actually given it a fair shot, so maybe I'll give it a fair shot. I'm more of I don't know, like a metal guy, but I don't know. We'll see if it wasn't obvious by just looking at me. I don't know. We'll give it a shot. We'll give it a shot. But yeah, I know some people are pretty like cool for this, and they have a collab song as well, which also is just really cool. So the marketing efforts for this is fantastic, right? All right, and now we have these spoiler cards. We have a handful of spoilers to talk about, and I totally didn't forget to record this part and have to go back and record this and add this in at the end. You know, I'm totally not wearing the jacket anymore or anything. Anyway, let's go ahead and talk about the spoiler cards. They're pretty interesting. These are for the starter deck. So this is for the Heroic Beginnings starter deck, and this card is Unforeseen Incident. It is a command card, level 3, cost 1. As a burst effect, you activate its main effect, and it also has a main and action, which means you can play this when your opponent attacks you, which is pretty good. And it says choose an enemy unit. It gets -3 AP during this turn. This is pretty good. This can make it into a situation where your opponent attacks into your guy kills their guy, but it doesn't kill yours back, right? You can make it into you know, so they don't trade. Other than that, I think it's an okay card. I think it's just an okay card. We'll have to see how it plays out, but in the starter deck, I imagine it's going to be decent enough. Next up, we have, oh, this one's sweet. This one is in the Wings of Advance starter deck. This is another version of the Gundam Heavy Arms. This is another 3/4 for 3, but has a level 5 requirement, so that's pretty high here. But what does it do? It says during your turn, when this unit destroys an enemy unit in battle, or with battle damage, deal 1 damage to all enemy units that are level 3 or lower. Woof. This card is really good. It's really good at clearing up tokens. It kills the Zaku tokens, like the 3/1 Zaku tokens. Yeah, I think this card's quite good. It does have a pretty hefty cost of 5, but just dealing 1 damage to all of your opponent's units when you destroy a unit in battle, I think is really powerful. Yeah, this is a great card. Next up, we have the Shinanju. So this is the official spoiler for the Shinanju. This is going to be in the Zeon's Rush starter deck. It is a level 6, 5 cost, which is super high. We've talked about the Shinanju before, but we have a little bit more to add on to this. It says during Peregrine's high maneuver, which means it can't be blocked, which is really good. And it says during your turn, when this unit destroys an enemy shield area card with battle damage, choose an enemy unit and deal 2 damage to it. This card is also very powerful. But it's even more powerful if you do the link with Full Frontal. So here's Full Frontal. Yes, that is his name. His name is Full Frontal. Is a level 6, 1 cost pilot. A burst, you add it to your hand. He gets +2/+2, or he gives a +2/+2 to any suit that he pilots. He's Neo Zeon and a Cyber new type. I didn't know that he was a Cyber new type. I thought it was just a regular new type. Anyway, Gundam lore aside. When paired, you may deploy 1 Neo Zeon / Zeon unit card that is level 4 or lower from your hand. And why is this important? Well, on turn 6, this means, or at least when you have 6 resources and get to level 6, you can play your Shinanju, costs 5, then you use your last resource to play Full Frontal. Now your Shinanju is a 7/6 that can attack immediately, has high maneuver, and it just blows up shields and deals damage. But it also means when you pair it, you can play basically a free Neo Zeon / Zeon unit card, level 4 or lower, from your hand, which is so good. So you can get like an extra play. So this is the kind of deck where you want to save at least 3 cards for this big turn. You want to have your Shinanju, your Full Frontal, plus another card that you can jam down and just have an absolutely massive, huge tempo swing turn. It's even better than that because you still have this on destroy effect, right? So you can still deal 2 damage to another unit. So you can pick up a unit, blow up a shield, play another thing. Like, it's good stuff. Ooh, I'm really looking forward to the red here. And then we also have more spoilers for the Seed. So this is a command called Striker Pack. This is in the Seed Strike deck. It says burst. If you have no Earth Alliant unit tokens in play, deploy an Isle Strike blocker token. Yes, so that's the burst effect. I'm sorry, that's the whole sentence. On burst, if you have no Earth Alliance unit tokens in play, you just deploy 1 Isle Strike Earth Alliance 3/3 blocker unit token. We have pictures for all the tokens, by the way. We'll go over that in just a second. And then on main phase, it says if you have no Earth Alliance units token in play, deploy 1 Sword Strike Gundam, 4 attack, 2 health blocker, or the opposite, Launcher Strike, 2 attack, 4 health blocker. Right, so you can choose whether you want a 4-2 or a 2-4. They're both a blocker, or if you do burst, you get a 3-3, which is really interesting. You get something different, which is really interesting. And here's the images for all of them. As you can see here, let's kind of focus here. You can see the cards a little bit better. There you go. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, so yeah, you have a 3-3 blocker, a 2-4 blocker, or a 4-2 blocker. I really like the 3-3 blocker. Other than that, the 2-4 is kind of annoying. And they're all pretty good, actually. The 2-4 just kind of sticks around a little bit longer. It's kind of hard to kill. 4 is a pretty good health total in Gundam so far. And the 4-2 is pretty easy to kill. We even saw stuff like the Shinanju being able to take it out like pretty easily. But still, it trades pretty well. So I think this card's pretty good. It is a level 4 2 cost, though. But it's still like pretty solid. That's a 2 cost for a 2-4 or a 4-2. I like the flexibility and I like the burst. The burst is what makes this really cool. I don't know. I'll have to play around with this and see how much I like it in practice. I am liking the white cards quite a bit. And then we have one final card. This is in the Heroic Beginning starter deck. This is the new LR Gundam Aerial. This is the permit score 6. So this is a level 5, 4 cost, 4-4. Pretty good stats, actually. Level 5 is pretty high, though. And it says, when paired, you choose an enemy unit that is level 5 or lower, and it gets minus... I think it's minus 3 AP this turn, which is actually pretty good to get that effect on your turn, so you can attack into stuff and make good trades. Other than that, it's a 4-4. Which is not too bad, and then it also links with Soletta Mercury. Out of all the cards, obviously... the Shinanju and full frontal are my jam. This is my guy. This is my guy. This is my squad. I'm all in on this. This is great. I also really liked the heavy arms. I think the heavy arms is also very, very sick. And then what else? This one's also interesting. The Striker pack. I like how it's a pack too. It's like a pack of cards, right? But no, I'm all in on the Shinanju and the full frontal. Really excited to play with these decks. I think I might even try to host a starter deck event in the Rogues Gallery Discord for when the Gundam card game launches. We'll have to see if we can figure something out for that in terms of like logistics, but I don't know. I've hosted starter deck events for Grand Archive and they've all done very well. I've done it for every single set so far, and so maybe we'll do it for Gundam too. I think it could be a lot of fun. But yeah, now let's come back to me. And that's gonna do it for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. If you liked the video, if you liked the Gundam content, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring the thingy, the dinglebonger, and let me know what you think of all of this news in the comment section down below. You can definitely rest assured that we're going to be having more Gundam card game content here on the channel. I do have some recorded gameplay that I need to edit and some ideas for some future gameplay if I can get my hands on some of the red cards. I don't have any yet, but I would like to get my hands on some eventually. But yeah, that's going to be it for today's video. See you later, everyone.